Hello everyone and welcome to Sports Talk. I'm your host Issy Taylor and thanks so much for joining us. We have a super exciting episode planned tonight highlighting the OSU track and field team. We will be joined by 4 OSU track stars for a sit-down interview and a fun game of Never Have I Ever Athlete Edition. Last week I got the chance to go to practice, work out and chat with one of the team captains, Sara Sanders. Here's a look at our afternoon with Sara. What is it about javelin specifically that you just love so much?
I would say that I'm a very competitive person, and it's really fun to just like throw a stick as hard as you can. But also the community that it's brought me. I mean, we're about to go to practice and you'll see my teammates and everything, but circling back to the injury, they have really helped me get through this.
Why'd you pick javelin as a sport? Well, to throw.
That's a good question. It's a spear. It's cool, and I throw it far. So.
Heck yeah! Thanks, girl. You heard it here first. She throws it far. Okay, so we made it to Sara's practice. Now the team's gonna get all warmed up, and then they're gonna do some throwing. And we made a little montage clip. So roll it.
This one. Yeah, there's one over there.
Is that the one you use?
Feel the ball that's going on now. That's great. It's a short frame, but if you can. Those feet together. Nice job.
Yeah, that felt better.
Hey, Bures. Busting them out.
We've been following Sara around today, and obviously she's a very impressive individual in terms of leadership and just leading by example. What kind of role does she play not only amongst the throwers and the javelin throwers, but the team in general?
I'm gonna, whatever I say is gonna be understatement, really.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep. Go, Sara. There you go.
What's Sara Sanders like as a teammate?
She's super cool. A lot of fun. Sarah's my role model. She's my role model. So. Let's go, Sara!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah!
Yes! We are now joined by Sara Sanders as well as 3 of her fellow track stars. Taylor Weidinger, Dede Norman and Kaylee Mitchell are also here with us today. Now Sara, I followed you around just for half a day, only a few hours, and I have to admit I was absolutely exhausted. How do you succeed on and off the track in terms of managing your time?
Well, I think for me, it's honestly easier managing my time when I have so many activities and I have my day so scheduled out. And another big thing for me is all of my activities are things that I'm passionate about and that I really enjoy doing. So it really makes it a lot easier. But just having scheduled times for each thing, scheduling out my homework makes it so much easier to get stuff done. If I just have hours and hours to do my homework, then I get it done not as well as if I have an hour, I need to get this done.
Mm-hmm. And Taylor, you are the only only active Beaver who is in the top 10 for the 60, 200 and 400 meter sprints. What is your favorite distance to run, and do you like indoor or outdoor better?
My favorite distance to run is definitely the 60 meter because for one, I don't train for it. So it's really fun to just do something really quick and just see how fast I can go. Cause I do train long sprints. So it's more fun for me to see how fast I could be. Cause I really am trying to convince my coach to put me in the 100 cause I've never ran it before. And I do prefer I prefer outdoor because I get to run the 400 hurdles, which is my main event.
Mm-hmm. And you are having a breakout season so far this year, and you PR'd in every single event you competed in. What do you attribute to your success on the track this season?
I would have to say that my teammates really helped me out a lot in the workouts, especially the long sprints group. A lot of the girls are really super determined to beat each other, so we're almost just I guess, holding each other accountable and trying to make paces right in the workout. And then I also have to say that Pete over like the last few years has like really adapted the workout to like make us PR, I guess, be at our peak at the right time. So I feel like this year especially it's showing through for a lot of us that we're really just building up to a good season. So shout out Pete.
Shout out, Pete, and that'll be really exciting to see as your outdoor season is now approaching. And Dede, you are the youngest sitting here with us today, and then one of the newest faces to the OSU track and field team. In your senior season of high school, you were ranked 11th in the nation for high jump. Why did you choose Oregon State?
I chose Oregon State. Pete, the coach, was great. When I first met him, we just clicked automatically, and then just along with like the team, the dynamic of the team, like we just danced together, laughed together.
That's so awesome. And what has the transition been like from high school athletics to college athletics? And how has your first year been so far on the team?
The transition from high school to college is way more intense, lots of workouts. Way more workouts than in high school. I've never lifted before, and so this is like my first year ever like lifting weights. I like it. Yeah.
That's so awesome. And now, Kaylee, you are also a cross-country runner as well as a track star. And in November, you won the West Regional Cross Country Championship and was ultimately named All-American at the NCAA Cross Country Championship in Stillwater. Competing in both cross-country as well as indoor and outdoor track doesn't leave you much time off during the year. How do you keep yourself mentally and physically strong?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel really lucky in that I just like genuinely love running. I've never seen it as a chore or something that I have to put on my to-do list. 9.5 out of 10 times, I'm so excited to go for a run, whether I have 2 runs in the same day or I'm excited about doing the run the next day. So I think that really helps. And then also just creating a balanced life all year round and not setting all these restrictions on myself, but really just like doing everything in balance and in the right context. And yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah, and you've had a very successful college career so far. You finished 6th in the NCAA Championship steeplechase event last year. You hold the school record for this event, and in 2021, you qualified for the US Olympic Trials. You also qualified for the USA National Championships last year and this year. What was your experience like at the Olympic Trials, and what are your goals outside of college athletics?
Yeah, the Olympic Trials was a really cool experience. I was definitely, I felt a little bit out of place. I was still new to even Division I athletics, and sitting in a warm-up facility 10 feet away from Allison Felix was crazy. So I definitely had a little bit of imposter syndrome, but then I was also dealing with a little bit of health stuff at the time, so the race definitely did not go the way that I was hoping for it to go. But I'm really proud and honored that I had the opportunity to line up and race and give it my best shot on that day, and finish regardless of whether I liked the time or not. And then post-college, so I'm gonna finish out my eligibility here at Oregon State. So I have a cross-country season and an indoor season left. So I'm gonna start my master's next year. And then after I'm done with my eligibility, the plan is to run professionally, and then after that, continue pursuing my career as a registered dietitian nutritionist.
Wow, we can't wait to follow you in both of these careers that you will have one day. Now, all of you guys compete in different events, and there are over 60 athletes on the track and field roster. How do you all come together as one team?
Yeah, I think that we do a lot. So I feel like we typically practice at a little bit different times during the year, but then meets are super fun because we get the opportunity to hang out with each other on the van ride to the airport or in the airport, or if we're sat next to each other on the airplane, and then really rallying together, especially at Pac-12s, because that's such a team event where we're trying to score as many points as possible to get our program the best place finish that we can. So those are the first things that come to my mind.
Yeah, I would say we don't always practice at the same times, but sometimes we do get out on the track. If it's sprints and jumps, cross country, and throwers, it's so fun. We're cheering each other on, yelling for each other, just like chatting. Sometimes some of the girls will come in and try to throw the javelin or other things. Kaylee's done it.
I probably have.
Yeah, you definitely have. But it's just a lot of fun being able to like cross over there because our training is very, very different from each other. Yeah.
We also bring the speaker out sometimes, so
Yes.
everybody tries to jam out together, so it's really fun.
Yeah,
we always try to like play something that everybody will like, but that also like will accommodate like the throwers workout versus like the high intensity running maybe, like maybe someone's dying on the corner, but you need something like hype everybody up. So the speaker's always like bringing people together in like weird way.
Yeah, and then you look around and see like who's kind of like dancing here and there. Like, everyone's doing a little jig at some point.
Always good music.
Oh, that's awesome. Dede, is there a song that you've noticed that gets played quite frequently?
We just talked about this. Every time we're doing like warm-up C, there's like an 800, and it's always I'm a Bee by the Black Eyed Peas. Always.
Flow by Flow Rida.
That one always plays.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. When we come back, we're going to have a fun game of Never Have I Ever Athlete Edition. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
All right, we go live in 5, 4,
Ready, camera 2. And wipe it.
Welcome to KBVR-TV. Come join our team.
Welcome back to Sports Talk. I'm here with 4 of OSU's track stars, and we are about to play a fun game of Never Have I Ever Athlete Edition. Now, each of you guys have a paddle with one side saying I have and the other side saying I have never, and I'm going to ask a series of student-athlete related questions to which you answer with your paddle. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Never have I ever been late to practice.
I feel like if you haven't, you're lying.
Yeah.
There's definitely like running across
Definitely.
campus from like class for sure.
Oh my gosh, yes. Well, how far, the track field is so far on the other side of campus compared to classrums and everything.
Yeah, I have a class, chemistry on Monroe Street, and it's like so
It's like a 15-minute
far.
like haul.
And I see people just like bicycling like past me, and I'm like,
You're
on
like
my way to practice, and I'm like, Pete, like I'm gonna be late.
Your calves are like burning.
Oh, that's great. Okay, next one. Never have I ever lied about a PR.
Yeah, no.
No, T for
Everything is on
athletic.
athletic.net.
That's just
Everything on
embarrassing.
athletic.net.
Everyone can look it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad to see no one. Okay, never have I ever thrown up after a sprint event.
Taylor throws
I throw up like every practice.
I don't sprint.
I don't run.
Every practice, every hard practice, depends on what I eat.
every time.
It's always like
I don't think it
breakfast
even
burrito.
depends on what you eat, bro.
Probably like every hard practice. Like I either get really uneasy stomach or I actually,
The Toma Court.
Oh no.
yeah, no good. It's unfortunate. And it's like the porta potty is like the only option.
Oh no.
No.
Ready? Okay, never have I ever tripped on the hurdles.
I've fallen during the race last year too in practice. I have so many scars on my knees and like legs.
Oh my gosh. And Kaylee, you've tripped on the hurdles?
I definitely clotheslined a steeplechase barrier at practice one day, a week before Pac-12s. And I don't think my teammates said that they have seen Louis sprint as fast as he sprinted. And I was like completely purple and bruised and swollen on my stomach the entire weekend.
How was the shower after?
I don't know. I was just in a lot of pain. And I also fell in the water pit at the Olympic trials steeplechase. So I also did that. Yeah.
Oh, so a bunch of fun stuff. Okay, never have I ever fallen asleep in class.
For sure.
Sarah, this doesn't sound like you. What class did you fall asleep in?
It's classes where we have to meditate. It's just lights out.
Yeah. That's not even.
It's
Like,
just absolute
that doesn't
lights out.
count.
We'll be like in a lecture and I'm like,
Veto.
Yeah, meditating
Yeah.
classes are like nap time for athletes.
No, 100%.
especially after like a hard lift or workout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, never have I ever lost a bet to a teammate in a race or event.
P. I've lost against P. Not a teammate, but against our coach. We have a orange and black meet, and he always bets on like who's gonna win against other coaches.
Really?
Yes.
That's exciting.
I don't know if they put money on it, but they be arguing.
During
Yeah.
the cross season, we had a bet with Louis, our head coach, that if we got top 15, that he would have to wear this like feather earring for like the rest of the meet and on the airplane ride home, and we finished 16th. We were so close.
Maybe can you bring back in the bet this year maybe or next year or?
Yeah, we're always trying to finagle a little bit of like fun into it.
Oh, that's great. Okay, never have I ever slept through a workout or practice.
No.
That.
You guys
We don't
must
have morning
such good
practice.
moms.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always afternoon practice.
Yeah, and I'm just so excited to do it.
Well, she just loves to run. Oh, that's great. Okay, never have I ever wanted to try a different event. Oh, okay. What events have we wanted to try? Dede, you go first.
I've always wanted to try pole vault.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
sounds really fun. Have you never tried it before?
No, I mean, I see like a lot of like pole vaulters like are built kind of like a high jumper, like tall, lean, and like long, and I think like I'm tall, lean, and long.
That's great. Taylor, what about you?
I want to do like long jump or maybe even try throwing, like any of the throws. I don't know if I'd be any good and I probably wouldn't go very far, but a javelin would be fun.
Well, your approach looks good.
That's it. That's it. It's gonna go like.
Sarah, what about you? What event would you like to try?
Well, I actually asked Pete today if I could try long jump.
Oh, wow.
Kind of as a joke. I think he thought I was really joking, so I don't think it's actually gonna happen.
Oh, that's funny. Kaylee, what about you?
I think it'd be fun to do a heptathlon just to see, like, I feel like it'd be like a game to see how good you can do in like each of the events. So yeah, I've always wanted to try that. I wouldn't be good at it necessarily, but I would complete it.
Nice. Never have I ever wanted to switch my major.
Every week.
Dede, what did you want to switch your major
Well,
to?
I actually recently changed it last year. I was a biohealth major, and that is hard. So I switched to kinesiology, which is much easier. But
also
I'm
hard.
not that.
Also hard.
Yeah, there's a lot of like math and like chemistry, and then I look at my roommate, and she's doing business and never has school on Friday, and it's nice.
Okay, last one. Never have I ever lived with my teammates. Never. I have.
Oops. I have.
I have not.
Kaylee, you've never lived with any teammates?
Your freshman year.
Well, I guess at Oregon State, I haven't. I feel like I love my teammates like to death, and I'm with them all the time. So I feel like I wanted like a little bit of space between the two. So I mean, we always like go to each other's house and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't live with my teammates.
That's awesome. And you guys have all lived with teammates before?
I lived with Sara before, and now I live with teammates still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live with Lizzie, my roommate.
In the dorms?
Yeah, in the dorms, the ILC.
Oh, well, that's so fun. Well, guys, thank you so much for playing. The indoor track season will come to a close this weekend following the NCAA Indoor Championships, where Kaylee will be competing in the 1 mile race as well as the 3,000 meter race alongside her teammate Grace. The OSU track team will also start their outdoor season the following weekend at the Oregon Preview at the University of Oregon. Make sure to follow Kaylee, Taylor, Sara, and Dede, as well as the rest of the OSU track team over the next few months, as I'm sure we will see some records broken and championships won. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you, Izzy.
Well, it was great having you here, and best of luck to you for the rest of the season and for the rest of your athletic careers. From all of us here at KBVR-TV and Sports Talk, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.
I feel like I still see